Welcome to Toronto. Great to have you here
Thank you.
talk about this little movie, The Lion
Yeah,
King.
little indie.
Yeah, little indie. When Jon Favreau calls and says, hey, Billy Eichner, I'd like to have you in my movie, it's like, no-brainer?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I knew John, and John was a big fan of a show that I do, Billy on the Street. But I had no idea I was even being considered for this. I got a cold call from my agent saying Jon Favreau wants you to do Timon and the Lion King, and I was like, where? Like Disney on Ice? Like what? Where? And then they explained how epic all of this was, and that Seth Rogen was going to play Pumbaa, and Donald Glover and James Earl Jones was coming back, and I was just blown away.
Yeah, I can just imagine. And, listen, how much pressure comes with something like this? Because you look at the original animated film, you have Nathan Lane, it's a classic. I don't know anybody in the world who's not seen it.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking when you start working on this film?
Yeah, I'm just hoping not as many people saw that one as they say saw it. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean...
More will see this one, for sure.
No. I mean, look, I saw that movie when I was a teenager.
Of course.
I love Nathan Lane. I grew up loving Nathan Lane. I'm a huge Broadway fan. So I was seeing Nathan Lane on stage in New York even before Lion King came out. I worshiped the man, and we become friends over the years. And so... Again, I just thought, okay, this movie's huge, but once we got in there, you have to forget. You just have to kind of put it out of your head, and you have to say to yourself, Seth Rogen and I would look at each other and say, hey, Jon Favreau chose us for a reason, and someone's got to do it, and so we're going to do the best we can and find our own version of it that also hopefully nods to elements of the original that people love.
Yeah, and listen, you and Seth got to work together, which is kind of rare in animation. A lot of people stand in a booth by themselves and they don't get to interact. But two hilarious comedic talents here. I want to know how much improvisation was allowed, and how did you guys make it different, make it your own?
Well, one of the most surprising parts of the process for me was how much improv Jon Favreau was encouraging us to do. I thought, well, this is The Lion King. We have a script. We're just going to say the lines and go home. And Jon had a whole other idea.
Yeah.
And from the first day we were there, Jon had us literally at one point throw the scripts down, and he built this makeshift stage, which had cameras and microphones all over the perimeter of it. And he had us act through the show and improvise the movie, and improvise through the entire movie. And I just thought that was an exercise, and Seth and I were like, yeah, this is to loosen us up. And then they recorded all of it, and so much of it either ended up in the movie or was then used and kind of transplanted into the script and used in some way later on. It's pretty shocking.
Very cool. It's almost like you did it like a play that you guys...
We did.
Yeah.
It felt like we were doing an improv show at some small comedy theater, except it's going to be seen in China.
Yeah, exactly. Now, listen, you get to sing a couple of iconic songs, and I hear you have a pretty darn good voice.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that what they're saying?
But you didn't get to perform or work with Beyonce, I understand?
We didn't sing together. We are on a song together.
Yes.
We're on Can You Feel the Love Tonight. But the part that Seth and I sing is separate from the part that Beyonce and Donald Glover sing.
Right.
But what was amazing about this movie, like you said, so many of these movies are done with the actors in different countries, different cities, recording separately. Seth Rogen and I were always together. Seth and Donald and I sang Hakuna Matata together with Hans Zimmer there and Jon Favreau in the room and Pharrell, and we were all there together. And I think you can really feel that when you're watching the movie.
Yeah. While you're making this film, I can't even imagine how you're feeling. Like, this is such a special, special movie.
Yeah.
You tell me about that, because really it's amazing, and congratulations. But when you think about it, like, how many people are going to be seeing this for the rest of their lives?
Yeah, it's pretty shocking. I mean, Seth and I were saying, wow, more people will probably hear our voices in this than will hear our voices in anything ever until we die. Yeah. And so that's kind of a daunting thing. Yeah. But it's also, it's thrilling, I mean, movies this size don't come along that often. People don't go to the movies the way they did when I was growing up. And so to have a movie come along that people are really paying attention to, that people are going to see, that's really special. And it makes you feel like, okay, all the work and the worrying is all worth it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Well, Hakuna Matata. It's all good. It's
You're
all
right
good.
about that,
And I
yeah.
have to know, I love watching you do Billy on the Street. It is
Thank
the
you.
most hilarious thing. It's just fantastic that what you get. Who's your ultimate guest? Who would you love? I would love to see Beyonce, but you know.
Beyonce would be great. Number 1 is Meryl.
Oh yeah.
We've been trying forever.
Oh, she would for sure do something like that.
I hope so. We've gotten close. It's just a matter of timing and, you know, all of that. But I think we're getting close to Meryl.
Yeah.
But before I stop doing it, Meryl's got to come and join us. Because I've been talking about her on the show. She's been like this constant reference on the show. And it would just be the ultimate way to end it, probably.
Yeah. Meryl Streep, you watching? Come on.
Yeah,
Gotta
exactly.
do Billy
What else
on the
is she
Street.
doing?
What else is she doing? That Big Little Lies thing.
Whatever.
Yeah. Now the prom movie. She's going to be in the prom movie.
I know. She'll do anything.
Oh, my God, that woman. Anyway, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Listen, I can't wait. I can't wait to see
Thank you.
I can't wait to be king, and I can't wait to watch it.
Thank you.